effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency.
Let's go!
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The curses, the plagues, is it all a dream? Nope. The curfew, the troops, the world's on quarantine. Damn. The social, the 6 degrees of separation. The troubles of Jacob, the need for preparation. My vision is focused, I won't speed a rush. And if there's hate in your blood, then you need a flush. Yes, the priest is back, the Most High be praised. I'm making them sick, this song is 5G waves. As real as they come, won't find no fugazi. A man amongst men, so Gail and Oprah hate me. And Jesus had Warren, Paul wrote letters to Corinth. And Esau is red, and Donald Trump is orange. The faces, the gestures, that cat is so comedic. Corona, the virus, the plagues is sent on Egypt. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The riches, the fame, is it all for Skrilla? The mask and the gloves so COVID doesn't kill you. The panic, the fear, the news is so fallacious. The Isley, the brothers, they say it's so contagious. The doctors, the nurses, the need for ventilators. The 1,200 cash they gave to stimulators. The signs and the warnings, don't forget the scriptures. Prevention and cure funded by special interests. Still in the streets, surely. Some say that he's worldly. Flow is sick like why Tekashi got released early. The judges, the lawyers, they say there's no defense. Season 8 Game of Thrones, cause it don't make no sense. And that's the rundown, TV is saturated. The fear is the push to get us vaccinated. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky,
like
I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
Hello, hello, hello. Shalom, 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 everybody. Shalom. How is everybody doing? How are you guys doing? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to get in the room, to get on in the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are watching on Maccabees TV, you already know that this is endorsed by the priests, right? Whenever you guys see my face on Maccabees TV, you know the priest sent me, okay? The priest sent me, guys, all right? So, hey, Sister Kelly, how are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to have a conversation today. But before I get into that, I want to just let the sisters who are watching know that on next week, next Sunday, that's March 26th, 2023, I will be doing a presentation on the Proverb 31st, the entire Proverb 31st, okay? So you sisters are welcome to, gather around and listen. Of course, speak to your husband first. If you're not if you are a part of a camp, you are encouraged to speak to your husband or whoever is the head of your camp if you are interested in, sitting in on the presentation. Mr. Daniela asked me to do that presentation. So yeah, that'll be next week. All right. And at the bottom of the screen there, right at the bottom there, you can email me where it says Proverbs 31st presentation. My email is right there at the bottom, angelia.a@yahoo.com. It'll be going across the screen throughout this live. Okay, so for those of you who want to join the presentation, that's where it will be. You guys can just send an email to me there and I will respond to you, okay, and send you guys the link. So thank you, Sister Kelly. Thank you so much, girl. I'm going to give you a call. So today's live is going to be a bit uncomfortable, okay? It is going to be a little uncomfortable. Now, whenever you got, I want to say a shout out to everyone on watching on Sister the Maccabees and Maccabees TV. And I want to say to everyone that's watching on Maccabees TV, whenever you guys see me over here, you know that the priest asked me to be here, right? And the conversation is important. Which is why he asked me to be here talking to the brothers, okay? This is a very important conversation today, and it might be a bit uncomfortable for some brothers, all right? Everything isn't comfortable, all right? A lot of things that has to do with our health isn't always comfortable, all right? And sometimes we're going to have to just kind of maneuver ourselves through the uncomfortability, okay? So this conversation is a bit uncomfortable, and there are quite a few different reasons why I decided to do this live today. It's because, number one, this issue is affecting a lot of Black men, all right? I go to the gym on a regular basis, and I see this problem in the gym, all right? I see it all the time. I have brothers who come to me, for health reason, and I see it. They're struggling with this issue as well. There are young boys who are struggling with this issues, teenagers and preteen, they're struggling with this issue. And if you have a son at home, he might have this problem. If you have a husband, sisters, your husband might have this issue. I don't know. We'll see. All right. When I start to share my screen, you guys will see what I'm talking about. So today's topic is, hopefully you can see it on the screen there. The topic today is gynecomastia, aka man boobs. Man boobs. Most people just call it man boobs, but the medical term for this is gynecomastia, right? And a lot of brothers are struggling with it. A lot of young boys are struggling with it. A lot of preteen, teenagers, men in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and all the way up to 80s and 90s are struggling with this condition. They don't know what it is. They don't know why or what caused it. So today, the priest asked me to get on here and talk to the brothers and sort of get into why you guys are having this issue, okay? And hopefully give you guys a little bit of solution on how to reduce or eliminate the condition, okay? Yeah, so that's the conversation today. Shalom. Tazah, I'm not sure if you're a brother. I guess you're a brother. Shalom, Tazah, how are you? Welcome. All right. So I am going to get into it. Thank you again for joining me. And I'm going to get into the live. Before I get into it, guys, do your sister a favor. Just hit the like button and share this video. Some of you might have somebody at home, whether it be a husband, a son, a very close friend, somebody who's going through this and they might need the help, okay? They might need to watch this video, all right? The topic is gynecomastia. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it right now, okay? It is a hormonal disorder in men. Okay. And unfortunately, it causes the brothers to have female characteristics. Okay. Like breast. All right. So that is the conversation today. And I just want to talk to you guys about that. All right. So stay tuned. If this is too, squeamish for you and you're too uncomfortable listening to this stuff, especially coming from a woman, I don't know why, you should want to know about this if you're struggling with this issue, want to get some ideas on how to fix it. Okay. Alrighty, so without further ado, I am going to share my screen. And can I just ask you guys again to share this live and hit the like button? Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. All right, so as I mentioned, the topic today is gynecomastia, or what some people call man boobs, right? Let me just get right into it. Okay. So what is gynecomastia? So gynecomastia, or what most people refer to as man boobs, is abnormally large breasts in men as a result of hormonal imbalance in the body. Okay. With an excess amount of female hormone called estrogen. Estrogen is the dominant hormone in women. So if a man has too much of that, this is what happened. Okay. So in other words, the female hormone is more dominant in the man. All right. So the man has a higher amount of female hormone than male hormone, which is a testosterone or androgen. Right. And the medical system claimed that there are no known cause of gynecomastia. Of course, they're going to say that. But we do know, what we know is that if there is a cause, there is an effect, right? You know what? Let me give me 1 second, guys. If you guys can hear me, put 1 in the chat. If you guys can hear me, put 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, put 1 in the chat. Okay, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Sister Cynthia. And Shalom, sister. How are you? Thank you. So you guys can hear me. Great. Great. Thank you. All right. So, are you guys able to see the screen? I'm looking at my phone and I am able to see the screen on my phone. I am able to see this. Okay, I'm being told. All right. Let's start over. Let us start over. I'm being told that you guys can't see the screen. Okay. Let me start over. So I was being told you guys weren't able to see the screen. So let me start over. All righty. Yeah, I was able to see it on my phone. Okay, let's start over. Just a little bit of technical difficulties here, guys. So let me start over. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. So you guys say you could see it. Okay, good. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. So let's move it along. Let's move it along. So, it is. So, gynecomastia in teenage boys. So, just so you guys know, this condition doesn't have an age limit. Okay, it can happen. Babies are born with this condition. There are young boys with this condition. There are grown men with this condition. All right, and so one of the reason I wanted to talk about this condition is because I really want to teach the mothers, the sisters, the mothers how to help their boys. I really want to talk to the mothers because you guys are the nurturer of these babies. All right. You guys are the nurturers. You have to know how to kind of combat this issue with your boys, because a lot of you have boys that are struggling with this and you don't know what to do. Some of you guys think this is normal. This is not normal at all. They're boys, men should not have unusually large breasts that are protruding out of their chest. Okay, there's nothing normal about this. All right, so men of all ages have this condition. All right, just want to make that very clear. Let's move it along. So there you go. So the images that I'm showing you guys, I'm sorry, I know I told you guys that at the beginning of this live, I told you that this is going to be a little bit uncomfortable, okay? But I really want to keep it real today. These images that I am showing you, right, are not random images. These are images that are taken from website that does surgery on men, okay? So these are real images from real website that does plastic surgery on men, okay? Men that are struggling with this condition, and they go to help themselves with to get surgery. All right, so I just want to make this clear. So as you can see, that's an adult male with this condition. All right, and that is a young boy. This boy, I believe, was about 9 or 10 years old. This is a young boy with the same condition. All right. So again, men of all ages struggle with this condition. All right. And what I wanted to show you guys is, here is the difference between, here on the left, you see a brother with what appears to be just normal chest, right? A brother with normal chest, normal breast area, just a regular normal chest, right? And then the brother to the right that has abnormally large breasts. So you could see the difference between these two brothers, right? A man's chest area is supposed to be flat, like I'm talking about the breast. It's not supposed to be round and protruding. All right. So the image to the left is the image of a normal breast on a man, and the image to the right is somebody that is struggling, a brother that's struggling with gynecomastia. All right. So the question is, what caused gynecomastia? I am going to be very careful with this question right here because I don't want our channel to get taken down. I don't want this channel to get taken down. So I'm going to be very careful with the answers that I'm going to be giving you guys, because people get in trouble for talking about these things and they get their channels taken down. So I'm going to be very discreet in what I say here. Okay. So obviously the food you're eating, all right, a lot of the food we're eating has a lot of synthetic hormone, specifically estrogen, which is disrupting the male and female endocrine system. Okay, that is the system that produces hormone in your body. All right. So in the woman, the woman have issues with this, not gynecomastia, but hormonal imbalance as well as men, right? So the type of food you're eating, the dairy product and other foods like soybean and stuff like that. And then another problem for the brothers is being overweight. All right. Being overweight. or obese, reduce testosterone levels in men. All right. Remember, I mentioned earlier that gynecomastia is a result of low testosterone in men. So if your testosterone level is low, that's a problem, right? Because men are supposed to have testosterone. So if you're overweight, brother, that's a problem. Lack of exercise. A lack of exercise reduce testosterone levels in men. So brothers, if you are exercising, you're literally helping your body to boost your testosterone levels. All right. So exercise is extremely important to boosting your testosterone levels. All right. Medication. For those of you on certain medication, a lot of people don't know that heartburn medication, if you're on medication for heartburn, that most of those heartburn medication, unfortunately, lower your testosterone level. Antibiotic, antidepressants. If you have a son at home or any male in your family that are on antidepressant and anti-anxiety drugs, okay, those are lowering your testosterone levels, brother. Okay. If you are on certain medication for prostate, for some of the brothers who have had prostate surgery and stuff like that, that also causes hormone imbalance in men. All right. It causes your testosterone levels to drop. Okay. Steroid. You have a lot of brothers who are in the gym and they're trying to get buff and they get on the steroids. That will decrease your testosterone levels. All right. And as we know, certain chemicals, which I'm going to tread very lightly. All right. So before I get on, right, I want to say a lot of you sisters and brothers too, right? I'm talking about the parents here. I've seen a lot of parents go to the store, they buy a gallon of milk, they bring it home, and they pour it in a glass and they hand it to their child. This is one of the biggest things that is causing your child to have low testosterone, right? Imagine your kid is drinking all this cow's milk, which is not really cow's milk. It's not real cow's milk, right? With all type of hormone in it that is disrupting his testosterone levels, right? And then he's sitting in front of the television all day playing video games or just moping around the house. He's really not doing any type of physical activities. He's not outside running around, climbing trees, doing normal things that boys do, right? So he's just sitting around the house, drinking milk and eating his burgers, right? You're messing up your kid. I'm talking about the parents. You're messing up your children. You're literally messing up their entire endocrine system. All right. There you go. How many of you do this? You bring the milk home and you pour it in the baby's bottle, from the bottle straight to the baby's bottle right there, right? A lot of you moms do that. Babies should not be drinking this. None of this right here. Your babies should not be drinking cow's milk at all. All right? Or soy milk. Just want to make that clear. So, dairy and hormone. And this this excerpt here is from the National Library of Medicine, okay? From the National Library of Medicine. And it says, the great concern about dairy food hormone is steroid hormone, especially estrogen, due to current evidence which indicate that most probably effective them in initiating and provoking of breast and prostate cancer. Okay. I just want to share that little bit of tidbit there. The estrogen in milk from cows can affect the blood estrogen levels in men and cause them to increase. If you guys don't understand what that's saying, is that it can cause the female hormone in men to increase. Okay? You don't want that. That's what that's saying. It also increased the risk of prostate cancer in men. So we're talking about the level of steroid hormone in dairy product, your milk and your cheese that you are addicted to. That cheese, you can't have anything without cheese. Okay. Yes, babies are born with gynecomastia. You know why? You know why babies are born with gynecomastia? Because mommy's diet is horrible. While she's pregnant, she's eating all the crap with all the fake hormone in it and passing it on to that child. And imagine that little boy is born and now his hormones are out of whack because mommy's diet was out of whack. So yeah, babies are born with gynecomastia. And there are other contributors as well. The chemicals, which I'm going to tread lightly again, okay? The chemicals in the air and other things, you guys can use your imagination, but the chemicals, that is a big contributor. Okay, steroids. You guys already know about this one. Yes. Steroids are man-made versions of hormones. You guys already know that, right? They're man-made versions of hormone. And steroids disrupt the normal production of hormones in your body. It decreases sperm production. It also decreases the function of your testicles, which leads to low testosterone levels in the men. All right. And I'm going to tell you guys something. A lot of this information is coming from places like Harvard University and other places. So this is the white man telling on himself. Okay. Just so you don't think, oh, she's making all this stuff up. No, I'm not. I kid you not. I kid you not. All right. You know, and I put this image here to show a lot of brothers are striving to be like this guy right here, right? Trust me, you don't be this way natural. That's not natural. You have to take a lot of stuff and you're sacrificing other stuff to get to this point right here. All right. You don't want to do that. Say no to steroid. Soybean oil. This right here is another article that I took from Harvard University. And it says soy can bind to estrogen receptors in the body and cause weak estrogenic or anti-estrogenic activity. Soybean disrupt the endocrine system and reduce testosterone levels. A lot of you guys are using soybean oil because it's cheap, right? And you're drinking maybe soy milk. I don't know who's drinking that, but you got to get rid of the soy. You got to get rid of the soy. These people are not, they're telling on themselves. They're the one who are writing all these articles and telling you what these things does. All right. Let's move it along. Okay. How many of you guys remember Mr. Tyrone Hayes? Some of you guys might remember this guy. If anybody remember this guy, put one in the chat. Anybody remember Mr. Hayes? He is a scientist / biologist at Berkeley. He's also a professor. This brother right here, a few years ago, he was asked to do a research study on a chemical. That chemical is called atrazine. I'm really hoping that by mentioning this chemical that this live or this channel doesn't get taken down, because this was a huge problem a few years ago. But Mr. Hayes, our brother Mr. Hayes was asked to do a research study on this chemical called atrazine, and this is a herbicide, pesticide, whatever you want to call it, that is used on fruits and vegetables and your lawn and so on and so forth. If you go, well, you know, I know you guys are not cutting down Christmas tree, but there are people who go every year to cut down the Christmas tree. This chemical was also being used on to grow the Christmas trees and so on and so forth. You know, you come home with the Christmas tree, you're putting it up in your house, that chemical is all over it, right? So the company who asked him to do this research is the one who actually owned the chemical called astrazine, right? Now, during his research, Mr. Hayes, our brother Mr. Hayes, found out that the chemical interfered with the male reproductive system. It interferes with male characteristics and male development. It also causes male to turn into female. After Mr. Hayes released this research, he released it, right? The owner of that company who owns the chemical, the same people who asked him to do this research, they asked him not to release his finding, what he found out, right? They asked him not to release it. And he said, no, this is too big not to release. I gotta tell the public, right? So he went ahead and he released what he found. And the company threatened to RAPE and lynch him. I don't want to say that word, you know, we don't want to get in trouble by saying that word. But that company threatened to RAPE and lynch this brother. They also threatened his wife and daughter with sexual violence. Okay. This man was giving lectures on what he found out about this chemical. And the people who owned that chemical, they sent their dog after this man, a whole bunch of their dogs, right? Those people showed up at this man's lecture. They came up to him, whispering in his ear, threatening to kill him, to lynch him. He said it in his own words, out of his own mouth. He said they threatened to RAPE and lynch him, right? They threatened his whole family. His daughter, they knew he had his daughter, he had a wife. They threatened his family, right? All because he came out with the truth that the chemical that they have literally cause men, and not just any men, African American or so-called black men. This chemical is targeting black men and causing black men to transition into more of a female characteristics, right? If you guys want to hear more about this brother, simply go to YouTube or Google and just, type in his name, Tyrone Hayes. Tyrone Hayes, that's his name. You guys can do a research on this brother right here. I'm hoping that he's still alive. All right. I hope he's still alive. May the Most High protect this brother. All right. So, what I didn't know was that I had no idea that men were getting breast reduction. I had no idea that this was a thing. Right. So, man and breast reduction surgeries. 40% of all breast reduction surgeries in America, in the United States alone, are actually performed on men, right? And these are men with gynecomastia, with this condition. So according to the American Society of Plastic Surgeon, this is where I got this article, okay? The American Society for Plastic Surgeon, male breast reduction now account for 40% of all breast reduction surgery throughout the United States. Okay. So there are men, thousands and thousands of men, including black men, that are having breast reduction because they're struggling with this condition, gynecomastia. All right. So if you guys don't believe me, I also get these images from that website. Okay. This website right here, American Society for Plastic Surgeon. Right. And here you have a brother. Right. And this is a before and after photo of a breast reduction surgery. Right. So there you go. Our brothers are having surgery. So this is real. I've seen it. I've been in the gym, and you can't hide that. That's not something you can hide, unless the brother is wearing like a bulky sweatshirt or something. If he's wearing a t-shirt, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. A lot of brothers are struggling with this. I've been in the gym. I've seen this in the gym. I've been out in the streets, and I've seen this in the streets. You know what I mean? Yeah. And here you have again a young boy here, right? This is a before and after photo of a young boy, before surgery and after surgery, right? There you go. And here we have another brother again, right? Before surgery and after surgery. You can see the surgery, after surgery mark right there underneath the breast area there. So yeah. This is a thing. And this is not just affecting brothers, right? We have a Caucasian man here with a before and after surgery, photo there, right? There you go. And then we have a young boy, right? This is the image of a very young boy here, right? Surgery, before surgery and after surgery, right? Okay. So how do we how do we deal with this issue? How do we deal with this issue? So although we cannot control what's in our foods, right? We don't really have any control over what's in the food that we eat, right? But we can make some changes to our daily lives that will help to minimize the effect of this war against our reproductive system. Brothers and sisters, this is a war against your reproductive system. Okay, your endocrine system is your reproductive system. There is a war against it. Okay, there's a war against it. So if this is what y'all are doing every day, brothers, right? If this is what you're doing, that's not helping. Okay. I just want to make that clear. If this is you, brothers, right? You come home from work, you're sitting on the couch with your burgers and French fries and fried chicken. That's not it, brother. That's not it. Okay. No. The battle between processed food and plant food. Now, if you take a closer look at this brother right here, you notice that he is struggling with gynecomastia, right? You see his breasts right there? You see the two breasts? There you go. That brother with the burger in one hand and the salad in the other hand, and he's smiling at that burger, right? And if you look at his chest area, you see that he's struggling with gynecomastia, right? He's overweight, don't work out, and his testosterone levels are extremely low, right? Too much female hormone in the brother's body, right? That's not doing it. So if you want to get rid of this problem, this is not the way to go. You got to get in the gym, brother, all right? Proverb 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. So if this image right here is an example of how you and your children eat on a daily basis, by the time your children become teenagers, they'll be experiencing digestive issues and they'll be struggling with hormonal issues. Some of them will have their gallbladder removed. Now, how many of you guys that are watching don't have your gallbladder anymore? Right? Because you grew up eating like this, right? Your little girl will be having issues with fibroids and monthly cycle problems with their monthly cycles, right? And your little boys will be having issues with his hormone. Okay, this is not a good example right here. Daddy and son sitting around having burgers and French fries. That's not it. That's not it at all. Especially if you're doing that on a regular basis. No, sir. This right here is not it. You have to change your son's lifestyle. That right there. You got to change it. Okay? If mom, I'm talking to the mom because a lot of you guys are single mothers with raising sons. If this is your son right here, you come home, you're tired, your son come home, he don't really have nothing to do, he's bored, right? You tell him to do his homework and he hurry up and do it, ABC 1 through 3, and then what does he do next? He goes to the fridge and he grabs this, and you bring home the fast food and you put it in front of him, and he's sitting there and he's watching cartoon and he's watching whatever and playing his silly game, and he's just walk around the house until it's time to go to sleep, right? No physical activity. Nothing, just sitting around the house doing that right there, right? That's a no. That's a no. Your boy should be very active, very physically active. Physical activities helps to boost testosterone in the boys and the men. All right, mamas, you got to pay attention, mamas. You're raising the babies. Some of you guys are raising them by yourself. You got to change. You got to make some changes with your sons. Okay, this ain't it. This is not it right here, right? Take control of you and your son's daily activity. Enroll your children or yourself, both of you guys, in some form of physical activities that will help to combat obesity, build their testosterone and their self-esteem. A lot of you have young boys struggling with self-esteem issues because they lack confidence with their self-image. They're overweight, they get teased at school, and so they become withdrawn. They don't really talk much. They don't interact with the other kids because they're getting teased at school because they're overweight, right? And then they come home, and what do they do when they come home? They eat more burgers and French fries because they're depressed, right? They're depressed. Instead of spending all that money buying him expensive sneakers and whatever else in video game, take him to a boxing class. Pay for a trainer for the kid. Pay for some sort of physical activity, some after-school activity for the boy. That's what you do with that money that you're wasting on the video games. You gotta invest in your children. You gotta do better. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. There we go. Change your son's diet. You are in control of what your children are eating. Buy your fruits and vegetables and whatever else from the local farmers market. A lot of you guys have local farmers market in your neighborhood. You guys need to spend some more time there. All right. There are choices. If it's one thing that the Most High gave us was choices. We have a lot of choices. All right. Teach your sons some discipline. And a lot of the reason we're not teaching our son discipline is because we don't have any discipline. We can't teach discipline if we don't have it. We are going to have to muster up some discipline and start teaching our babies some discipline. All right? Exercise with your children and do healthy things together. Take the entire family and do some sort of physical activities with one another, right? Take the wife, the children, everybody, go outside and have some fun. And if it's a winter, it's winter time right now. If you're in a state where it's cold, listen. Planet Fitness, it's $10 a month. Okay, $10 a month. I think they have family specials or whatever. You know what I mean? You could take the kids. Come on now, bring the kids to the gym. All right. How do we combat this issue? That's the question. Well, if you can somehow muster up the strength to eliminate the use of drug and alcohol, right? Alcohol and drugs decreases testosterone levels in men. I think we all know that already, right? That's not, we all know that, right? Okay. Well, according to the National Library of Medicine, in the men's testes, your testicles, alcohol can adversely affect the cells which produce and secrete hormone testosterone. Studies found that heavy alcohol consumption result in reduced testosterone levels in the blood. Okay, if you guys didn't understand what that means, alcohol reduce testosterone in men. All right, drug and alcohol does that. Okay, you are what you eat. You are what you eat. Brothers, it's really not hard to grab some ginger, a couple of limes or lemon, some turmeric, and and juice or blend some of these things and drink it. Add a little bit of raw honey or something. You can give these stuff to your boys. They'll drink it. Train up a child. You have to make these things a habit. These are natural herbal medicine that you have to somehow muster up the courage to start incorporating into your lifestyle. If you're not already doing it, these are some of the things that you should be doing, right? Consuming these type of stuff right here, right? These are natural stuff that you see every day at your local supermarket, right? Drinking water. A lot of people are not drinking water. I've talked to them. I've talked to a lot of people who don't drink water. That's very important. You got to drink water. And if you're not drinking water, I know you're not giving your babies water, right? Okay, because if you don't think water is important, you surely don't know that it's important for your babies. Water is very important. Herbal medicine. Let me say this to you guys, right? When the Most High created human beings, he also created things that grows from the soil that he knew was going to be beneficial to our bodies. He made them. He made them specifically for that purpose. The Most High created herbal plants and plant foods. And when he created us, he created those things for us to help to maintain our bodies. The same way they create cars and then they create the oils and all the other things that they create in order to maintain vehicle, right? When the Most High created the human body, he created natural things to maintain the human body, all right? These are some of the things that the Most High created for you to sustain yourself with. Natural herbal medicine, right? These things helps your body, right, to reduce these type of issues that you're having. And also cleansing. Ask yourself, brothers, when was the last time you cleansed your gut? Your colon, your intestine. When was the last time you cleansed your gut? When was the last time you cleansed your son's gut? If you have children over the age of 6, they should be cleansing. Boys and girls. They should be cleansing. Okay. And you brothers that are struggling with this issue, especially, you should be cleansing as well and taking herbs. All right. Now here we have a herbal formula right here. A lot of you brothers, some of you that are watching are familiar with this because a lot of you guys bought this thing here, right? This is a energy, testosterone, and libido booster, right? I'm going to get into what a testosterone is in a minute, right? But this herb right here helps to boost testosterone levels in men, okay? It also helps to decrease the female hormone in the brothers, okay? The herbs in here like tonkatali, maca root, ashwagandha, tribulus, mucuna, and other things in here helps to boost free testosterone levels in men. Shout out to a lot of the brothers who have been buying this formula right here. Some of you guys have been buying it for your sons, and some of you guys have been buying it for yourself. In case you're wondering, you can find that here, grassrootbotanicals.com. That's where you can find that. Grassrootbotanicals.com. For those of you, yeah. So now, whenever I talk to brothers about testosterone, right? A lot of brothers think that testosterone is only dealing with what you do in the bedroom, right? A lack of knowledge, right? As soon as you mention the word testosterone to a brother, the first thing that comes to that they say is, "Oh, I'm good. I don't have that problem in the bedroom." Testosterone is not only dealing with what you do in your bedroom. Now you got to get your mind out the gutter. You got to get rid of that carnal mind. Your testosterone is not just about sexual intercourse, okay? Your testosterone is responsible for your voice, the deepening of your voice, okay? That's what separates the male voice from the female voice, right? When you have two people in a room talking and you're listening, if you have a man and a woman in a room somewhere, and you hear the man talking and the female talking, you could tell the difference between the man and the woman because the man's voice is deep, right? Assuming there's nothing wrong with his testosterone level, right? And you could tell the difference between a man's voice and a woman's voice, right? So your testosterone is responsible for the deepening of your voice, your facial hair, and the hair on the other parts of your body. Your testosterone is responsible for that, okay? All that hair you have on your face, your back, your chest, all of that stuff, your legs, whatever, that's your testosterone right there, right? Your testosterone helps to determine your bone mass and your muscle mass and your strength, which is why you guys are stronger than us, right? Which is why when you're in the gym working out, you gain muscles. You got all that nice broad back and broad shoulders and broad this and that, and you look all masculine and muscular. That's your testosterone right there. That ain't got nothing to do with sex, right? That's your testosterone. So your testosterone is responsible for all these things, the fat distribution in your body, right? Sperm production, right? So that's what your testosterone is responsible for, brothers. Just want to make that clear. It's not just about what you do in the bedroom. All right. So we're coming to the closing of the live, right? Hopefully you guys were able to learn something today, right? So I want to say that although we don't have complete control over what we are consuming on a daily basis, right? We really don't have control, because what does scripture say? That we go to our enemy for the wants of all things, right? So we really don't have full control over what we're eating. But I'll tell you what we do have control over, right? Or what we can choose, right? One of the biggest thing that we have control over are choices, right? We do have choices. We can choose to exercise. Yes, yes. We can choose to exercise. That is a choice. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all sisters too. I'm talking to you now. The sisters, okay? Y'all sisters say too much excuses. You can choose to exercise 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. You can do it, okay? We can choose to not eat cheese and drink cow's milk and eat soy, this and all that, burgers and whatever, right? We can choose the amount of animal flesh that we are consuming, that we're putting in our bodies on a daily basis. We can choose that. We can choose not to be eating all this fried chicken and this and that and eating meat 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. Those are choices that you can make, right? We can choose to visit a farmer's market and buy fresh fruits, right? Instead of going in the supermarket and picking up all that processed food from off the shelves. We can choose not to eat fast food and junk food and choose not to feed those things to our children. Those are choices that we can make. We can choose to cleanse our gut on a regular basis. Do a colon cleanse, a colon flush. Those are things that we can choose to do. We're not doing it. We can choose not to take drugs. We can choose not to engage in the overconsumption of alcohol. We can choose that, right? We can choose to drink more water. We can do that. We can choose to consume the natural herbs that the Most High created for us to consume. We can choose those things. So we do have a lot of choices. We are just choosing not to, make those choices. That's the problem. That's the problem. Right? Excuse me, guys. Okay. There we go. Choices, choices, choices. We all have them. Most High gave us choices. A lot of us are just not choosing, making wise choices here. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments here. I've been going. Hopefully you guys were able to learn a little bit of something from this live. Okay, like I said, we don't have 100% control over what we eat, but there are some choices that we can make to lessen the impact of what is affecting our children, our boys and our men, our husbands, or whatever. Sisters, you're the one who are at home cooking for your family, your boys and your husband, right? You can make better choices for your family. Okay, brothers, a lot of you guys have sons. You're going to have to get yourself out of this rut where you just chilling, you just come home, you're overweight, your boy is overweight, you know what I mean? You got man boobs, your boy got man boobs. Y'all are not, brother, you got to get out of it. I've seen it. This is stuff that I've seen throughout the years. You come home, you're just chilling on the couch with your boy. You're having a pizza or a burger, and your boy is sitting over there having a pizza or a burger. You have that time to hit the gym or go for a walk with your baby. Engage in some type of physical activity, or go somewhere and sign him up, or sign both of y'all up for some type of physical activities together, right? If the boy is anywhere above 6, 7 years old, every now and then do a flush of your gut together, right? To get rid of some of that crap that's causing this problem. Take some herbs. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You see this right here? I want you guys to take a look at this. Hopefully you guys can see it. My husband takes this, right? This product, This is a herbal product, 100% herbs in here. You guys know I'm the herbal lady, right? You guys know I'm the herb lady. So for those of you guys who know our brother master herbalist Patrick Delves, right? A few years ago, my husband and I, we told the brother, listen, man, a lot of brothers are struggling with overproduction of female hormone. We need something that is going to help to combat that problem, right? And we also need something that's going to, help the brothers in the gym, give them some energy when they're working out, and a little bit of help in the bedroom and so on and so forth, right? And, just talking to the brother, and we came up with this formula right here. This is the formula, thanks to master herbalist Patrick Delves. For those of you who know him, right? Mr. Delve formulated this, right? For your brother, Priest Daniela, right? That's a herbal formula that he came up with for the brother. This is a men's formula, and this is a testosterone formula for the men, okay? The herbs in this right here helps to build free testosterone levels in men, all right? This is something that you guys can take if you're struggling with the condition that I've been talking about for the last hour, okay? You're going to have to get up and get out and exercise, brothers. If for those of you who are obese, right, overweight, get your son, get yourself, get out there. You're going to, the good thing about this right here, one of the main feedback that I get about this product is the energy that people get from this. There's something about the herbs in here, right, that boosts energy. And that's because one of the main things that it does also, it increase circulation throughout the body. So if you're having issues with circulation, the herbs in here is going to help. It also helps with energy. So if you start taking it, you don't have much energy, right? You start taking it, this is going to give you some energy and some motivation to get your behind in the gym or go for a walk. So that's one of the main feedback that we get about this particular. Y'all see Priest Daniela, he's always in the gym. Always. That brother goes to the gym sometimes twice a day. I don't know how he does it, but he's in the gym sometimes twice a day. And this is what he takes, right? This right here. And this, like I said, this is a personal formulation that was formulated for him, right? And the brothers too, right? So that's a solution from us, okay? Consider this a solution from us, all right? This needs to be taken with zinc as well. Zinc, we're talking about the raw mineral that is called zinc. That's very important for the testosterone. That helps with the prostate, and it also helps to boost testosterone levels in men. All right. So if you're taking something like this, try to incorporate some zinc with this. Okay. Yeah. And cleansing. You got to do some cleansing, brothers. A colon cleanse. It doesn't hurt to do a colon cleanse every now and then. I was about 5 or 6 years old when my grandmother started giving us cleanse. So for those of you who are wondering how old should a child be before they start getting cleansed, I was between the age of 5 and 6 when my granny started giving us colon cleanse. Okay, right before we go back to school, and right after school, before and after, we would get about 2 cleanse per year. And that's when we were little, right? Now, as an adult, you got to do more cleanse because you're eating more crap, right? You're just eating all the crap. You're coming home, you're not exercising, you're just chilling around. You need to do more cleanse because cleansing also helps your body to get a little bit more energy, right? Because you're removing all that filth and junk out of your intestines, right? You're removing a lot of that buildup and waste from your system. So that's very important to help to build your testosterone levels, brothers, right? Brothers. Hopefully you guys are listening. All right. Let me see if anybody have any questions here. Hello, Shalom, Samari, Jake. Y'all know I'm very bad with the names. I'm so, and thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. Shalom, my brother Kadash. Shalom, Ray and Izzy. Shalom, Armand. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Shalom, right? Do you guys have any questions for me before I go? I don't want to keep you guys. I know it's where we are right now. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's 5:30. So I don't want to keep you guys any longer. But if you have any question, put it right there in the chat so I can answer it before I go. And if you have been here for a while and you haven't shared this live, shame on you. Shame on you if you haven't hit the like button and the share button. Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay. All right. Share the live. You might help somebody. Okay. You might help somebody. Is the testosterone booster on sale? It is not on sale. It's also not expensive. But no, brothers, you're supporting a black business, man. Just support a black business. Products like this. I'm going to be really honest right now, right? We compare products like this around different businesses that are owned by Caucasian and other businesses, right? Our products, their products sometimes are 3 times the amount of what we're selling ours for. Okay. And they don't even have half the stuff that we have in here because we're not dealing with herbalists over there. Okay. A herbalist put this together. All right. And the white man product is almost sometimes 2 to 3 times the amount of what we're selling this for. This product is not expensive. It's less than $50. Okay. Less than $50. All right. Just want to say that. And like I said, you can find the product on, let me share my screen again before I go. I just want to share my screen quickly before I go. Okay, so we are on the website Grassroot Botanicals, and they're having a sale on sea moss right now. You buy one, you get one free, right? And the product that I just showed you guys is right here on this website, okay? Right here on this website. If you scroll down, you'll see it right here to the left. This is it right here. All right? That's it right there. And also on this website, believe it or not, there's something for the sisters. Let me show you guys this real quick. This is something that I take because I need a little bit of energy boosting sometimes. This is something that also is a energy booster, right? And also something for endocrine health and the adrenal for the woman, okay? For those of you sisters who are looking for a little bit of boost, this is the opposite of the men's testosterone booster right here, okay? So I just wanted to show that. Somebody wanted to know, would you recommend for kidney failure? I would suggest that you call me right there, right at the screen there. There's an 888 number scrolling across the screen, right? There's that number there you can use to call us. Kidneys and kidney disease is a very complex issue. It's not something that I can just mention in 2 seconds and type it in the chat. You're going to have to give us a call for that because we're going to have to need your numbers, right? We want to know what stage. Okay, we want to know where your numbers are, all of that stuff. So that's a conversation that we need to have personally. All right. Yeah. How can we purchase that in the UK? If you're living outside of the United States, just shoot us a message on the website and we will arrange to have it shipped to you. Okay. We'll arrange to have it shipped to you. What Sister Kelly said, there's no chemical. Absolutely. Oh, and one thing I want to mention about these supplements, right? These are herbal supplements, right? I used to work for, I don't know if I can say it here. Well, I used to work for the vitamin shop, right? Okay, I'll say it. I used to work for the vitamin shop. A lot of you guys know what the vitamin shop is, right? And one of the things that I'm glad I worked there. One of the things that I noticed about the vitamin shop product is that their herbal product it's not 100% herbs in there. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. I mean, I don't work with them anymore, but they have in their herbal product rice flour. Okay. So when you're buying a herbal product from these companies, understand that you're not getting 100% herbs. You're getting some type of brand flour, rice bran, whatever they want to call it. But that is what you call fillers. Okay. There are fillers in the capsule. All right. And it says so on the label, but most people don't read the label. What we have in here is 100% herb. We don't have nothing else in here. Vegan capsule, vegetarian capsule, and herbs. That's it. All right. Nothing else. No chemicals. These are just raw organic herbs. No fillers, no chemical. All right. There we go. You know what? I think and no gelatin, no ma'am, no gelatin, absolutely not. These are like I said, vegan or vegetarian capsules. So these are not somebody's okay. This Mr. Samurai Jake. You want to know how do we purchase this product? Okay, so Mr. Jake, as I mentioned earlier, you can go to the website. I'm going to type the website in the chat right now, right? Type the website. There's a website. Just type it in the chat. If you go to the website that I just put in the chat, or the website that I literally just showed a few seconds ago, right? When I shared my screen, send us a message there, and we will arrange to send you to ship you the product. Okay, I'm talking to Samurai Jake. Send us a message, all right? Or you can message us at putting my email in the chat again. There's my email. You can email me there. Give me 1 second, guys. Trying to share my email with Mr. Samurai. Okay. Hopefully you guys saw my my email. Okay, there you go. So you can email us at that email address, or you can go directly to the website and just shoot us a message there, and we will arrange to send you the product. All right. There we go. Absolutely. The website is I believe is also on the screen. You're absolutely correct, Walner, Mr. Walner, my brother Walner. You're absolutely correct. The website is literally, you guys, if you can see what's running across the screen again, right? That's all the information. If you're on your cell phone, you will see it there. Or if you're on your computer, you can see All the information is running across your screen there, right? There we go. You got the website there. You got our phone number there. You got our email there. It's all there. All right. Again, before I go, so I'm about to get off. Just a reminder to the sisters that are watching, next Sunday, I will be doing a presentation on Proverb 31st. Okay. Who is she? Who is that woman? That's going to be the question. Who is the Proverb 31st woman? That's going to be the presentation. All right. For those of you who have already emailed me, I will be sending you out an email on that day. All right. So you can click the link in the email and just come on through. Okay. I'll be reaching out to you guys next Sunday. I'll be sending you the link and you guys can just come on through. Okay. All right. And again, before I go, the email is going across this way. There you go. Right there at the bottom of the screen. That's the email. You guys can email me if you are interested in watching that presentation on the Proverb 31st woman. All right. My brother, Priest, put the presentation together. Can you send a tried sample of those product? We can. We can. The samples are limited, okay, because unfortunately these herbs are very expensive, okay. But we do have samples, but the samples are limited. All right. The samples are limited. Anybody else with a question? And thank you, my brother Rohan, for joining the live. Thank you. And my brother Walna, Shalom, my brothers. All right. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I am going to skedoodle out of here. I'm going to get out of here. Sorry, guys. I'm just making sure you guys don't have any more questions. All right. Yes, Sister Linda. Did you send the email? Did you send an email to that email address, sis? Make sure you're sending an email to that email address so I can shoot you the link. Okay, Sister Linda? Make sure you send the email. And again, the email address that you're supposed to send to is right there, right? Running across the screen, the screen here. All right, there you go. Okay. All right, guys. I do want to thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said to everybody over there watching on Maccabees TV, whenever you guys see me, see my face on Maccabees TV, you know this has something to do with the brothers. 9 times out of 10, if you see my face on Maccabees TV, I'm here to talk to the brothers, and it is coming directly from the priest. All right. So today's live was directly straight from Priest Daniela, right? He wanted me to talk to the brothers about this, okay? And I know it probably was a bit uncomfortable for some of you brothers that are dealing with this, but we do, for the love of God, we do have to have these uncomfortable conversations. They're very important. Very. I mean, if I don't talk about it and you're not talking about it, how are we going to have the conversation? We're just going to listen. Let me say this to you guys before I go, right? I'm going to share something with you guys. So those of you guys who shout out to everybody who come to Brooklyn to see me. I am in Brooklyn at Nicholas Brooklyn, right? I am in Brooklyn at Nicholas Brooklyn, right? And on a Friday, a lot of my sisters and brothers come to Nicholas Brooklyn to see me, right? That is, what's the address at Nicholas Brooklyn? Let me see, what's the address? 1396 Fulton Street, right? So a lot of the brothers and sisters stop by Nicholas Brooklyn and come to see me. So I'm at Nicholas Brooklyn last week, right? I'm going to tell you guys a little story before I go. I'm at Nicholas, Brooklyn, and a brother walked in. Brother walked into the store, right? And, you know, I don't work for the store. I do business with the store, okay? Sometimes I'm there doing consultation. I have people who come there to do consultation with me and so on and so forth, right? So I'm at the store. A gentleman walked in. A brother walked in, right? I'm telling y'all a story here. A brother walked into the store. I'd say the brother is probably around 35, 40 years old, right? And he's huge. He walked in the store and he asked for a I don't know, 4X or 5X sweatshirt, right? They didn't have it, right? Somebody at the store, one of the workers says, hey, you know, we have a herbalist in the store, blah, 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 right? So I went up to the brother and I said, hey, you know, we can have a conversation about your health, right? And right away, the brother get extremely upset with me, cursed me out and walked out the store, right? I kid you not. This brother cursed me out and walked out the store, mad, just stormed out the store. He was angry, right? And, you know, I said to myself, first thing I thought was pride comes before destruction, right? And I turned to the worker and I said, he'll be back. He'll be back, right? And so 1 week later, this past Friday, I'm at the store again, right? And who do I see walked into the store? The brother. I'm sitting there and in walked this brother. And I'm looking at him and I said to myself, wait a minute, isn't this? So I said, wait a minute, don't I know you? You were here a week ago. You got mad at me. You walked out. And of course, you know, the brother is now, he's smiling, he's laughing, you know, and I'm like, well, how can I help you? Right. And he went into this whole thing about the doctor told him he needs to lose weight. And he's now being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, all type of problems, and he need my help. Now, I'm not laughing, but, you know, now he needs my help. Right. I said to the brother, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I said, I approached you last week as a sister to a brother, right? I was very discreet with you. Nobody else could hear us, just me and you standing right there. And I offered to help you. You walked out of here pissed off at me. And it took the white man to tell you that you need to work on yourself. But you got mad at your own sister for telling you that, right? You needed the white man to tell you that you need to lose weight and you need to work on your health. And I guarantee you were not mad at that white man. And that white man charged you. You had to pay to go and see that white man. You're paying for your health insurance, and you're also paying a 9 times out of 10, you're paying a co-payment when you go to the doctor's office, right? Yeah. And you weren't mad at the doctor, but you were mad at me. You see what I mean? And here you are, 1 week later, you need my help. You see what I mean? This is what we're dealing with our people. This is what we're dealing with. Brother, listen, I'm trying to help here. I'm trying to help. And 9 times out of 10, people don't pay me for this stuff. I'm not getting paid for this stuff. Anyway. Yes, exactly. I told the sister in the store, I said, he's going to be back here. I just knew it. The spirit told me that this brother is going to be back here. And 1 week later, he was back. Yeah, Sister Cynthia, yes, he did apologize. He did apologize. But, you know, yes, he did, you know. But what did I tell you? Pride comes before destruction, right? And it took the white man to tell that brother that he's going to die if he don't do something about his health. Anyway. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in again. And like I said earlier, if you didn't like or share this live, shame on you. Shame on you if you didn't like her shit alive. Shame, shame, shame on you. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, he sure did. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, which is why I'm here. Okay? Which is why I'm here talking to you guys, because I love you. All right? And I'm very sorry if this live made you a little bit uncomfortable, but it's all out of love. All right? Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys later. Okay? Shalom. Shalom.